Hello and welcome to Tea Break Film Reviews. My name is Michelle and today I'm going to be reviewing Uncut Gems. Now, it may not have been nominated for any Oscars, but it definitely lives up to the hype. So hold your opal and hear me out. Uncut Gems follows the character of Howard Ratner, a New York City jeweler who is heavily in debt and decides to risk it all, including his life, on a bet. Throughout the film, we see him constantly finding ways to evade debt collectors and make enough money to survive another week. I have seen this type of character before, but I haven't seen such an interesting portrayal of them. I've seen jewelers making big bucks, I've seen addicts placing bets that they can't afford to lose, and I've seen desperate people pawning their possessions in order to just get by. Howard is a manic combination of all of these. The film doesn't waste time building up the level of risk at which Howard lives his life. He's in hot water from the start, but he has a captivating confidence in himself. We get a real sense of how precariously his life is balanced and spend the film wondering when this balance is going to break him, especially when it starts taking dramatic dips. Understandably, I didn't go into an Adam Sandler film expecting to be wowed. I mean, he has quite a monotone cinematic history, seeming to play either himself or an angrier version of himself in most of his films. In this though, he is spectacular, and though of course he deserves a lot of the credit for that, I think some of the credit has to be given to the filmmakers. In typical Sandler films, his one-liners and jokes have a sort of lackluster impact, where they don't match the rhythm of the rest of the acting or the film. I can only recall enjoying 50 First Dates because his manic energy was matched with that of Drew Barrymore, though unfortunately the rest of that film was a typical rom-com. In Uncut Gems, the rhythm is wild. In just the title sequence, we are moved between so many people and conversations, locations, and noises. Though the film is 2 hours and 15 minutes long, Howard's life is beautifully captured in those first 15 minutes. This enticing rhythm continues throughout the rest of the film and complements Sandler's acting perfectly. The dialogue is of the style that prides itself on imitating real life as closely as possible, with people interrupting and overlapping each other. In my review of Marriage Story, I had a real problem with the dialogue because I felt that it was not as truthful as people made it out to be. On the other hand, I think Uncut Gems is a really good example of when this style of naturalistic dialogue works incredibly well. I'd say the only issue I had with this film is the section in the second half where Howard gets in an argument with his girlfriend. It felt like unnecessary fluff, and though it didn't destroy the pace of the film, it just didn't have the same quality as the rest. Apart from that, I was surprised at how consistent the seamlessness with which the story moved was. Howard is not a likable character, and yet the filmmakers managed to make him as intriguing to the audience as the opal is to him. That is something else I liked. Pinpointing this moment in Howard's life with the delivery and sale of the uncut opal gem is a great way of framing the story. In fact, the aforementioned section that didn't work quite as well was the longest that we were apart from the gem. At some points, I thought everything might be okay. At other points, I could see that Howard is just pushing things too far, but that gem felt just as magical to me as it did to Kevin Barnett. The mystical connection between them gave an underlying sense of fate and meaning to the chaos. However, you are left to make your own deductions as to what the ultimate effect and purpose of the gem is. For me, it was the catalyst that led to the climax of this film, but it could have been anything. Howard's character felt so resolutely whole in his pursuits that if it was not this gem, it would have been something else. It also helped sell the somewhat weird score that I had a mixed relationship with. The electro-synth 80s pop groove was a little confusing at times, but it ultimately won me over because it complemented the rest of the film. Overall, the direction Uncut Gems took was wonderfully unexpected. Adam Sandler gives a stellar performance aided by technical decisions that represented and interwove his character's personality throughout the environment. It has been a while since I've watched a film with such bewitching stylistic cohesion. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to see more videos, and comment with your thoughts on the topic. What are your favourite performances by unexpected actors? This has been Tea Break Film Reviews. My name's Michelle, and I hope you have a great day.